If you were unique, you would have told me what was unique and not just saying I'm unique.
Yes. Yeah, you would have added that little caveat there. Hey, by the way, this is why.
Yeah.
It's one thing I always like when my one mentor asks, he goes, what do you do? And I tell him, he goes, okay, how are you differentiating yourself from the others? He doesn't use the word unique, but how are you different that where you have a competitive edge or whatnot?
Yeah.
I always laugh at that and I always go, that's genius. That's the good way to look at it. How can I separate myself from the rest of the pack?
Oh, for sure. And once you know that, you can say no more than you can say yes.
Yeah.
Because saying yes to everybody and everything is tough. Then you end up being generic.
Yeah. No, it really is. It really is through that. And it's funny because I'm trying to learn how to say yes more to get outside my comfort zone. But with that caveat, with that little asterisk of, I'm going to say yes if I believe it's a good idea.
Yeah.
I don't want to just say yes just for the sake of saying yes. It's harder, but I do find myself saying, all right, let's try it. I don't want to be sticking in the mud. All right, let's try it. And I am putting myself out there to try and be a little bit better on that.
Yeah. Well, the most successful optometry practices, because that's what I work with now, I get to see lots of practices. The most successful ones are the ones that take risks, smart risks. They're not just rolling the dice, but the equipment we have is not inexpensive. And there's pieces that they themselves are upwards of $100,000. I'm sure you probably have some more similar sitting out in the shop.
Sure.
But I have no idea if somebody's going to pay for it. And some of it insurance covers, some of it doesn't. And so are we going to hire new people? Are we going to expand? Am I going to buy a new building? How does this all work from cash flow? And the ones that play safe are always safe, but don't grow. And they're on the sidelines watching, saying, I wish I could do that. And someday I'll do that. The ones that really are successful, take those calculated risks, say yes. And they fail sometimes, but the wins way outweigh the fails.
I would agree to that. The people that take risks, and those are the people, honestly, that are going to say yes more often and say, okay, I think I can make this work. I think I could push those boundaries and make that happen. I think that's what's so cool about it, and that's what I love. And I love the people that are risk takers, because I'll sit back, even if they, as you hear many times before for the entrepreneurs, they say, yeah, I succeeded, but I failed 200 times beforehand. The only difference between you and me is I didn't stop.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what I really love about all that. I really love the fact that, it's not a straight line. It's not a straight line to success. It's a zigzag or backwards. You look like the family circus trying to get there. And at the end of the day, everybody's like, oh, you're so successful. Like, you only see the last 5 minutes.
Exactly. Well, that's why I refer to it as a journey. Mm-hmm. So I just spoke to a bunch of new grads out of Chicago where I went to school, went back to the alma mater, and they said, what advice? I'm like, there's no advice. It's just enjoy the journey. Like you're going to have ups, you're going to have downs. You're not going to be ready for any of it that comes your way, and you decide which way how you handle it. But it's just there's never an end point. You can't win the game. It's a constant game that you're playing, and sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down. You just hope that you're up more than you're down.